just got up and I'm gonna get ready to go to lab. Today I have to go in at 1. What's nice about lab is that you can kind of control your schedule. So some days I'll go in at 10, other days at 11. But today I got to sleep in. But I'm gonna get ready. So basically after getting up, I just go to the kitchen and I cook myself some breakfast. I already have lunch made from yesterday. Everything's packed, ready to go. And I just leave and walk. So here I am walking around campus on my way to the lab. It's like about a 20-minute walk. There's not a lot of people because, it's summer session. So most students here are like study abroad students as well, or we're taking a class over the summer. But I'm about to go past the library. So this is the James Joyce Library that I pass every day on the way to the lab. I've been in there once. It's nice and quiet. And in front, there's a lake where you can sometimes see swans. And I'm also going to be showing you how I made biofilms in the lab this week. So that protective layer of bacteria that, is formed in certain conditions so that the bacteria can survive. So first I'm going to grow cultures. I'm going to take some measurements with the spectrophotometer, and then I'm going to incubate, and then I'm going to stain my biofilms and take more measurements again. And that's pretty much the experiment. So let's see. So I am in the Health Science Center. This is where the lab is. So I'll be here until I finish today's experiment, and I kind of base the schedule around like when the hood is ready. So for these experiments we have to keep everything sterile so there's like no contamination among the strains, and so that our results are clean. But there's a lot of people working in the lab, so whenever I'm booked in, that's when I'll go. Today was like 1. So yep, I have to go up a bunch of stairs. That's good exercise, right? Alrighty. This is the spectrophotometer. It tells me the absorbance of each sample, and I'm going to use this number later on to make a calculation. Now I just have to do my 9 samples for all different strains. Ready? And the reason that I did this is because I have to have the same amount of volume of bacteria in the tubes, so I'm just equalizing my concentrations. After equalizing the volumes, I'm going to put my samples in wells. Half of them are going to be in an aerobic environment, which is just in the air with no lid, no gas pack, and I'm going to put in this towel so it sucks up the moisture that you don't want. And then in the other box is my microaerophilic, which has a gas pack to make the appropriate environment. Now I have to put up strains for next week, and we have to get the strains out of this really cool freezer. It's like where they would keep Frankenstein. Look at that. This is 72 hours later, so then I'm gonna clean my wells, I'm gonna suction them, and then I'm gonna stain them, and then I'm gonna put some other liquid in the wells. I'm gonna take their absorbance values to see how much growth I got, and that will finalize the experiment. Then on the weekend, I decided to go to Howth with my friend Mia. It's a quick train ride away from UCD, and you can see the sea, you can eat, you can explore the town, you can walk along the cliffs. It's a really nice trip. exploring the cliffs. It's quite windy up here. You having fun?
Yeah.
So now I'd like to talk about the trip to Belfast that I did with all of the other study abroad students. So first we went to the Titanic Museum where we saw where Titanic was built. We learned about the ship, but also about Belfast and its history, and also about the conflict between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. Because Northern Ireland, which is where Belfast is part of the UK, and you can take a ride in these black taxis, and the taxi drivers talk about their experience, like what happened during the conflict because they were there, and they give you their opinion, point of view, they tell you what happened. And we also got to see these murals where it shows like the history, the story of what happened. It depicts people that played a major like role in the conflict, and the tensions aren't as high now. They're a little bit, but they're still there, but they're more subtle. And every community has like a different opinion. And there's still a wall that closes at 10 p.m. every night, separating the Protestant community from the Catholic community. But, well, they say that they close it not because of, any tension or anything between the people, but it's mostly to avoid, like, I don't know, mischief between, like younger kids. But yeah, so it was really interesting. We got to walk around the town. Everybody was really nice. I enjoyed it. That's all that I have for today. So I'll see you guys in the next post. I only have 3 more weeks here, I think. But let's see what happens.